C-sections being one of the most harmful things we can do to bring our children into this existence, right? Because it again, going back to what was spoken earlier about how where our births are being, our women are being suffering from postpartum. Our babies have to come through our birth canal. It's good bacteria down there. It's hair down there. Like, all of those things help our babies connect. Every time we go against that process of having our babies through a natural birth, we create a disconnect, right? Because we're not able to connect with the baby not able to connect with us. So then, like, I went through postpartum with all of my children, because all of my births were stolen from me because I didn't know this information. But I used to, like, have dreams about flushing my kids down the toilet. And I resonate with what you said when you was like, you know, we might have negative thoughts, but when it comes down to it, we'll fuck a motherfucker up over our kids. But I would never hurt them. But it's the point that those thoughts were going through my head and I didn't understand why. And even now today, I have like separation anxiety when I'm away from them. And I know that it's because all of their births were stolen from me.
You're right on point with that. The C-section thing too. A lot of doctors route for the C-section because they got a golf game to get to, and I could get this baby out in 4 hours, where you're gonna be in labor for the next 72 hours. And never knowing that the whole extended labor is the psychological connecting of the mother and the child. With the prolonged labor is to embed the oxytocin response into the mother by constantly contracting the uterus. Your baby been trying to talk to me the whole time. You might as well bring her over here and let her say hi to the people.
So, say, oh, did you say hi? So, just a little history. I don't want to put no labels or anything on her, but she's been she's autistic. She's very special, and she's really good with numbers. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Can you see her?
Lady. Yeah, I can see her. She trying to act like it ain't important now. I see you. I thought you was trying to tell me something. Now you don't want to talk.
I got you, sis. Somebody said never label her. I got you, but I just wanted to let you all know how special she is, but I didn't know any other way to explain it other than than using that term. But I know different than that. But yeah, she's definitely amazing, and right now she's choosing not to use this language. But I'm telling you, she speaks to me through my dreams. She speaks to me like telepathically.
She talking to me now. And she want me to know what she talking about, how she say it, not how we want her to say it. Ain't that right, sweetie? See? Yeah, somebody understand me.
Yeah, and then like when most of the time, I'm gonna just be honest with you, I connect better with her when I'm chiefing, and when I understand what she's trying to convey to me, you can see the joy, you can see the excitement with her. Like, damn, my mama get me, my mama understand me.
Yes, she's one of the defiant ones. She's rebelling against this slave language.
Yep, and that's what she told me. And you know what, when my grandmother transitioned at home, because she kept packing her shit. And my mom was like, evidently she wanted to be at home. So we pulled her from Michigan to Chicago and brought her home and allowed her to transition at my mom's house. When she was transitioning, my grandmother, I took her, she heard her in the living room talking. My grandma said, who is that in there? I said, that's my baby. She said, go get her. I went in the living room and I got her and I took her back in the room to where my grandmother was. And my grandma said, hey, baby. And she said, she just looked at her and she gave her a little scream. And she was like, she don't talk? I said, nah, Granny, she's choosing not to use words right now. My grandmother told me, she said, it's not that she don't want to talk. She said, she don't know you. You haven't introduced yourself to her. I said, what? She said, so immediately I'm like, when I got home, I hugged her, I kissed her, and I told her, I'm unique, I'm your mommy. I just introduced myself to her. And then I really feel like from that moment on, it created a beautiful bond between us. And I truly feel like my grandmother...
He was overriding the errors of the birthing process.
Yeah, because her birth was...
telling you that.
Her birth was stolen from me because I ended up having a C-section with her as well. They told me I couldn't have her vaginally. So they ended up giving me a C-section with her. And I have gotten over the guilt of what I put myself through and what I put my children through. I've healed from all of that. Now I'm ready to fucking fight. Now,
that's the first thing we feel like when we start healing and we be ready to test some shit up.
I want to fight.
If I'd have known this shit, I'd have kicked me a motherfucking ass 20 years ago about this shit.
I'm telling you, but now my mission is to prevent another mother feeling like I felt. You know what I'm saying?
That's what this whole doula center development is going to be about. When we get done reclaiming our shit, because we not doing this shit. Mm-hmm. They wanted me to ask the question. I said no. We not doing none of that fucking fuckery shit that they've been doing to these women in the hospital. I got a video for y'all that's listening to this. It's called, it's on Facebook. And it's called Desecration of the Holy Places, Hysterectomy and Mastectomy. Y'all might want to check that out. It's about 3 years ago.
I am a Virgo. Oh, that's my sis right there, OG. I am a Virgo.
Yeah. Okay, sweetie, I'm gonna try to get a couple more calls in before this.
Can I ask one more question about the baby?
Mm-hmm.
Sleep. She don't sleep. I don't know what to do.
Give her CBD oils.
Okay.
CBD, and allow her to relax.
Well, she just confirmed it. She said, yep. So, all right, gratitude. I appreciate you as always.
Okay.
All right, how do I get out? Here.
I've been seeing you, Lorenzo, talking about you need to get in here. You gotta come on up and talk that talk. Chiefing with the chief for late at night.
Yo, greetings, good blessings, God. What's up? You hear me?
Peace, God. Where you chiming in?
What's going on? Let me see if I can get my camera there. I don't know how to fix my camera though, how to stand around. Oh, man, my heart beating. I want to talk to you for so long. It's been a long time. I'm gonna leave it like this. Anyhow, it's been a long time I want to talk to you, right? So I'm calling you from Trinidad.
You gotta fix your camera because people need to see.
All right, I now see how to do it. All right. Yeah.
Peace, God.
I'm calling you all the way from peace. I'm calling you from Trinidad now. You have a lot of people on Trinidad and Tobago. You have a lot of people in Trinidad that love you and they know about you. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that I put on to you, and it was like, yo, I can't believe who was him and this and that. And how he's speaking, what he's saying, he's giving people encouragement. Like 2 days ago, I let my mother look at you. My mother was like, yo, I like him, man. I really like him because he talking about the leadership. Because she realizing that people is lost and people don't know who to turn to. Like, there's nobody out there that's giving you a hope to see the system destroyed, because we know it's this a lot of fuckery going on. So I wanted to ask you a few questions, all right? Because now, with me, I realized, like, so I love the brain banging. I love the brain bang, right? But I love the gang banging part too, because when I was 12 years old,
you sound like me.
Yeah, when I was 12 years old, I started my own gang because I grew up in Long Island. And, you know, I was like, oh, this is it. All right, brotherhood. You know what I mean? It's love for each other. We're sticking together because there's a crew of us and there's thousands of them. So we got to stick together. So now when I'm thinking, I was like, well, the light's supposed to go out soon, hopefully, right? When them lights cut, I'm thinking, is that the time the gangbang going to start? Because the gangbang got to go down sometime.
Look,
when the gang...
Look. We gonna get our chance. We got some dirty motherfuckers that's real good men got to do some real horrible shit to about our babies.
Yeah. A lot of people got it. Some people.
Listen to what I say. You got some real good men that got to do some real horrible shit to some real horrible people about our babies. So don't worry about that. When the call come out, when the OGs step out, when the leadership step out on the land to be seen in front of the public, they gonna get OG calls and get where you need to be because we finna clean this shit up. They know who all of the dirty players is at every level.
Right.
So we ain't gotta worry about that part. That's gonna come.
But
right now,
because
we brain banging.
All right.
So stick to the brain banging until the OGs say we gang banging, because they gonna tell us who the real ops is and stop us.
And we gonna go.
Right, because they've been telling us the motherfucker in the blue is your op if you wear red. No, they ain't. It's that motherfucker hiding behind that other motherfucker throwing the rock at your goddamn ass. That motherfucker that's the one we want. So right now we brain banging. We trying to get the people to know this shit is over with. OG called and laid down a motherfucking play on their ass. Look, I'm gonna tell you what to look for. On November the 10th, if them inmates don't move. Right. If the inmates don't move, if the people tell they relatives, they got a spokesperson in the street, one of the chiefs on the land willing to speak on behalf of the inmates, no movement on November the 10th. If they do that shit, and that's gonna scare the shit out of them. The most fearful thing that these motherfuckers is a unified prisoner community. It was because they know that all of our men is held captive by the enemy. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying with the banging. Right. You have to go and get people. Got to come out of that jail. I have a cousin in jail right now, and the only way he gonna come out is if he the banging start or something like that. Something gotta happen because you can't keep these people in this jail for so long. Their case ain't get tried yet. It's been 10 years and all type of crazy shit. No certificate of jurisdiction from anybody for anybody that's currently incarcerated. They have never produced, because nobody has ever challenged for the certificate of jurisdiction that the executive legislative branch is supposed to give to the executive branch. Because of the break in the chain of jurisdictional command, all of the inmates then fall under my jurisdiction, chief of the land. Right. So now I told them motherfuckers, when the inmates don't move when the OG car go out, the Crips ain't gonna move, Bloods ain't gonna move, Bikers ain't moving, Stones ain't moving, Vice Lords ain't moving, and all of the neutrons, they gonna understand the situation, so they not moving. Right. Right. So then when they go talk to them, because they always want to know who's behind it, who the one told y'all no movement, and they say, well, this is an OG call from the street. And I'm not talking to nobody but Farrakhan, Malachi York, or the three chiefs. Other than that, don't send nobody knocking on my door to discuss and negotiating. When I tell the motherfuckers to tear this bitch up, how you want that? Coast to coast. Right.
Sadness. You don't feel joy. It's just like you level, you balance. Everything is in balance. So the human, we got to go through a part of our life where we imbalanced, emotionally chaotic. They call it going through puberty. Right? Once we get there and going through that, we supposed to be balanced so that now we can go balance out other people. This is an accelerated learning program on how to find the balance between self and others. Right? So, like when they say, why we talk about Dolores Cannon? You don't remember what Noble Drew Ali said. I'm going to make the European tell you the truth. It's still European. Jane Goodall is a European. They all telling you. Rudolph Steiner was a European. Franz Bardone was a European. Right? They all telling you pieces of the truth. Yep. Gerald Massey, what's the other one? Albert Churchward, they're Europeans. But they drop in the science for us to put it together because we wasn't allowed to do it. And a lot of us don't know about the history of the Moors in Europe. They what you call they temple hands was pale faced. You can't be exposed to the God science lifetime after lifetime and not learn something from it. Right? They was trying to keep them in a perpetual loop where they came to sin. That's the great sin. That's the great debauchery. You created a sentient being and denied them the right to ascension. Now you're going to be punished by your sins, not for them motherfuckers. The same motherfuckers you had your foot on their neck for all them years, now they gonna put their foot on our neck. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, when we was ruling the world for all them millions of years, infighting. I don't like you because your part of the family got more reptilian than my part of the family. We more mammalian. So now we want to fight. So we get to the point that we fighting so much, we go into the laboratory and make a whole new motherfucker to fight for us. And mistreated them, threw them away in the caves and hillsides of Europe like garbage, and pissed off the queen of heaven and earth. All of the good got to suffer with the bad. We've been being punished by our sins, not for them. That's why they had the absolute right to run that reign of terror on us. And as long as we keep hating motherfuckers, we're going to keep dealing with hate. And you got to get it out of the self before you can get it out of the world.
Right.
Right? You can't. So those temple hands, some of them became what you call overly ambitious. These are your Prescotts and your Bushes who decided while we was in this conjure war, Kali Yuga, this is the perfect time for us to take over. And they tried to take over while we was fighting our conjure war, trying to find out what side of the ocean we came from. We was already here. We know that much. And we know they came and they brought their servants with them. And when they challenged us to the conjure war, when the servants wrote down what the conjure war was going to consist of, under these harsh conditions, they won't even see us taking over. We got the right to keep our foot on their neck, snap their neck, lynch them, burn them, barbecue them, roast them, boil them, fricassee them, hook them up to horses and make them run in 4 different directions and snatch them apart. We got the reign of terror on their ass because the love of the great mother ain't on earth right now. Then we ain't got no protection. Why did she withdraw? Because you motherfuckers don't want to listen. The same dumb shit y'all trying to do now, racism, sexism, convert the children into the alternate gender, everything that's was belligerent to nature. You're going to suffer for the shit again if you repeat it. Don't nobody want to hear that part. That's why they always tell us, if you don't learn from history, what happens? That's to repeat it. I learned from that shit. I'm not repeating that shit, so y'all gonna have to get y'all shit together, listeners, because I'm not finna go through that shit. I don't give a fuck. You got good motherfuckers and you got foul motherfuckers. All the foul motherfuckers can go where foul motherfuckers belong, in a foul ass place together. And all the good motherfuckers can continue to go about following the great law as caretakers of the land, air, and the water. That's my perspective.
Right, man. This was amazing. I appreciate you for dropping this info. What year are we actually in, Rod?
I mean, you can, depending on what calendar you're using. The year is subjective. It's subjective to which calendar you're using. So if you're using the Islamic calendar, you're in the year of 14 something. But if you're using the Ethiopian calendar, you're in like 2012. The regular Julian calendar or Gregorian calendar we in 2023. So depending on what calendar you're using, and each one of those calendars come with a set history attached to it. Right? That's in order to restrict you within the confines of that calendar's understanding of reality. Mm-hmm. It's to shift you on a timeline they want you on. Mm. I don't accept none of the timelines as anything other than a tool. Mm. The codes come in on numbers. And when you use the numbers for the date, the month, and the year, those numbers is telling the message. Like this is a 7-year. This is a year of completions, of perfecting things. Right?
Okay.
If you don't know what your enemy did, you can't get your people out of it. I'm showing y'all in real time what they did.
Okay.
Buckle y'all seatbelts, because you finna find out that we ain't had nothing to do with nothing in that Bible before 1492.
That's right.
First of all, who in the heck is a Cherokee? Where them sun guns come from?
That's right.
That's not no organic tribal name. Let's go to them photos and let's show y'all what I'm talking about.
Let me share that. There we go. First up.
Blow it up. I want to be able to see this.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Elliott Indian Bible. This is when they start coming in, adapting a Bible to suit us to steal our birthright. They say the Elliott Indian Bible, Algonquin, Mamuse, Wunutupuatami, Up Biblum, God, also known as the Algonquin Bible, was the first translation of the Christian Bible into an indigenous American language, as well as the first Bible published in British North America. Now, who North America they say?
British North America.
British North America.
Yeah.
It was prepared by English Puritans, missionary John Eliot, by translating the Geneva Bible into the Massachusetts language. Printed in Cambridge, Massachusetts, the work was first appeared in 1661 with only the New Testament. An edition included all 66 books of both the Old and New Testament was printed in 1663. Right? So now this is giving you biblical history of the Bible that they brought over here with them and how they adapted it to our culture. Nobody did never hear me say that they didn't steal our symbols.
Yeah.
Nobody did never hear me say that they didn't steal parts of our culture to adapt their narrative to suit. Right? Okay, now, the inscription of the 1663 edition cover page begins